Although critics, including the PDP and the Labour Party, dismissed the confound, some groups, including the APC, praised it for promoting youth engagement. All right, let's start with the president's statement. President Tinubu said that over 300 banditries, terrorist leaders have been eliminated for the months. Let's just say, I think he said a year. So far, 300. So, Mr. Martins, So looking at the fact that it is the leaders we're talking about that have been eliminated, not just the followers. Let's just put it that way. So, if the leaders have been eliminated, which is to say that the security personnel are actually fighting this battle from the roots and not just cutting the branches. So are we right to say that insecurity issues in Nigeria is gradually coming to an end since the leaders, about 300, have been eliminated?
Okay, we may be permitted to say that, but in reality we know that that is not the case. The president came up and said over 300 Boko Haram leaders, banditry leaders have been eliminated. The word eliminated was used in the past year, 1 year. It gives a lot of room for questions. Number one of those questions is, if we have over 300 people that have been eliminated, for Boko Haram, how many people did you eliminate? Bandits, how many people did you eliminate? Does it mean that when their leaders are eliminated, then the rest they regroup and another leader emerges and you don't eliminate that? So if you can eliminate the leaders, why can't you also get and eliminate the followers? How do we check this record that it is true? How do we confirm that that record is true? Before we conclude and raise our hands up and say and shout hallelujah and say that security is tight and insecurity is the property security is being solved, whereas people in communities cannot live in those places mentioned, cannot live peacefully. They can't sleep overnight.
Okay.
Let it not be that this is just for public announcement and to gain praises from the masses, to call praises from the masses, when in fact nothing was done.
He said that most of the displaced persons have actually returned home, and you know that majority of these people, that their houses were actually lowered. Some of them, the premises was actually nothing to write home about. So when the president said that some of these displaced persons have actually returned home, which of the home are they returning to? Is it the ones that were brought down, or is it the new one that they built for them? And saying, how should we believe this? Maybe we should believe because it's the president that said it.
Okay, then it means that the president can also come and tell us that Nigeria is the best country in the world, and if it's in the standard of living is what is it called, 100 naira per day for one person, and everybody should believe it because it is the president that said that. That's what we are talking about.
All right, also looking at the fearless protest in October, if you see the momentum that they came up with, that they will go on a fearless protest. That was yesterday, 1st October. And it's going to be a nationwide something that this time is not going to be as the protest that went on August 1st to 10. That this time is going to be different, not just pouring their grievances that something has to be done. But so far yesterday, in so many states, there were no protesters there. And even in Abuja, they couldn't actually take over the territory like they wanted to because the security was tightly on ground. What will you say about that? Do you think that the president or the elites, the leaders, will begin to see Nigerians as people who can actually hold water in whatever thing they say?
No, I wouldn't say that. They understand that Nigerians can hold water and stand their ground. However, there is what they call systemic disempowerment. So when they understand that there is an organization, a body they look at how they can disempower them. So the story also read that in certain places, especially in River State, there are places or some group of boys were also rallied who stood against others that want to protest. You wouldn't want to be among the protesters who others are fighting against. Your fellow youth are fighting against, and they want to maim you or do whatever they want to do against you. You would go for your life. It is better you live than go and protest and die in the process. So people will go for their safety. People will stay back at home instead of coming out because the voice is not united. The system has already divided the voices and raised other people against them, including even the security personnel, as was recorded and witnessed in many places.
All right, Mr. Nathan, this one that Nigerians did not come out for the fearless protest despite the initial gra-gra. Could it be that Nigerians have moved on? Like right now, Nigerians are like, anything that wants to happen should happen. I'm not ready to protest. After all, the first one that we protested, nothing has happened. Could it be that Nigerians have moved on?
Well, not that they have moved on. Nigerians are readjusting and what is it called? Looking for a better way to live their lives. Of course, people wouldn't want to. I've spoken with people recently, and they said, "What comes out, waiting come out." So going to protest and scream and shout and everything continues that way, and at the expense of your life and security. At the end of the day, people would rather stay back home and look for alternative to survive and coping with the economic situation in Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Nathan, for joining me on today's show. It was good having you.
Thank you very much, Mark. It's good to get a chat. Thank you.
All right, thank you all viewers for joining us on today's show. I am Immaculata Irekana. Join us on Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X Atlantic TV Net. You can also watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. Remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Good afternoon.
Thank you.